Bitch, you want all this pimping you can't afford. Perform like a punk, but want a winner's reward. You suckers give you points, but bitch, you never scored. If you ain't paying pimping, then bitch, you getting ignored. I'm so... Now, if I could snap my finger and be anything in the world right now, that anything in the world that I would be is a young black man with no felonies. See, what I don't want you to do if you're a young black man watching this video is end up like me. You may admire certain things about me, and that's fine. But what I don't want you to admire about me is my criminal background. Now see, most of us young black men, we come up in rough economic situations, coming up in the ghetto and so forth. Now, coming up in the ghetto, most of the time, if we see anybody prosperous, if we see anybody prospering financially, 9 times out of 10, they doing something illegal. You know, growing up in the hood, a lot of times we don't see a lot of successful people in the legal world, or at least successful in the way that we would like to be, because the most successful people, I should say, are the criminals 9 times out of 10. So we look at them and they're, you know, they got the flash, the glitz and the glamour, the whole situation look nice. So that's what we aspire to be. We want to be like them. We want the fast money. We want the fancy things and all of that. But what you don't understand is when you're young, you don't think about the long run. You don't think about the long-term effects. You don't think about where most of those people that got the fast money right now, along with all the fancy material things, where they gonna end up. You don't think about the end of the road for them. And see, if you thought about the end of the road for them, you would realize, just like most of us end up realizing down the line, that whatever felony chance that you take for some money is not worth it 9 times out of 10. Like me, myself, I got 2 felonies on my record. The 2 things that I got a felony for were not worth it. You know, it seemed convenient at the time. You know, it might have made my situation a little smoother and comfortable at the time and enjoyable at the time. But thinking about things in retrospect, it wasn't worth it, because at this point in my life, there are certain things that I would like to do right now that I'm not able to do due to the fact that I have felonies on my record. And furthermore, most of the felony chances we take are for money. Some of them are, but most of them are. Most of us coming up in the hood that have felonies on our record acquire those felonies in the endeavor of getting some money. Now, you got to think about it, like in today's times, there's so many legal streams of income available to us, it's ridiculous. See, the young people of today, they got an advantage that most of us didn't have back in the days in our early 20s and late teens, you know, young adult life, basically. We didn't have social media. We didn't have, I mean, the internet was around, but the avenues to promote whatever it is that you have going on weren't available. And if you do music, man, it's so easy to get your music thing popping nowadays. Now, see, like, again, when I was young and wanting to do my thing with the music, we didn't have studio time so available like that. It was expensive. Everybody didn't have a studio, and to get high quality stuff, you had to spend some money if you wanted some high quality material. Nowadays, you don't have to spend a whole lot of money in order to put some quality music out. And not just that, but the music industry isn't so politically tied. If you wanted to get airplay, if you wanted to be promoted, you had to spend money. You had to get something cracking, or you had to be politically tied in with the right people. You know, it was certain things that money couldn't buy, like that political position. Nowadays, you don't need that. You got YouTube, you got SoundCloud, and all these other streaming platforms, as well as Instagram, Facebook, and so forth, to promote yourself and get your name out there. Not just with music, but whatever talent that you may have. It's just so many legal, and I'm just talking about just entertainment. But really, whatever it is that you desire to do, the success in it can be helped extremely by the internet, by social media. So in today's times, it's just a matter of being
creative. See, back in the days, when it came to certain things, no matter how creative you were, it was a lot harder to make things happen because, again, we didn't have the advent of the internet in the way that it is today. The internet was around, but it wasn't nowhere near like how it is right now. So my point is, whatever felony chance that you might be thinking of taking, or you might be taking right now, take it from me. Believe me when I say that it is not worth it. It's not worth it. That fast money is cool. And see, I know what it's like to get the fast money and then end up in a situation where you behind bars and you got that felony on your name, and you might not think about it at the time, but when it comes to certain things, like when you get older and you're not doing the same things that you did for money after you done did time and got this felony, you might want to live in a certain neighborhood, and certain places won't let you live there because you got a felony on your record. Or you might want to get a certain type of job if that's what you want to do. It's going to be hard to do that depending on what your record is. If you want to carry a firearm, you're not going to be able to do that with a felony on your record. So if somebody break into your home or something like that, you know, you're going to have to think of some other kind of way to defend yourself, which is crazy. But it's just some food for thought. Take them for freeze, man. Any type of felony chance that you might be thinking about taking, it ain't worth it, man. Think about the long run. You got to play chess with life. Before you make that first move, you got to know how it's going to affect the 10th move down the line. And I wish I would have, had the mindset of playing chess earlier on in life, because I'd be a whole lot better off in life in today's times. I'm still good, you know what I mean? I still do a lot of what I want to do, but there's a lot of things that I would like to do as well that I'm not able to do because of my record. So food for thought, man. Freeze is it, I'll holler.
Bitch, you want all this pimping you can't afford. Perform like a punk, but want a winner's reward. You suckers give you points, but bitch, you never scored. If you ain't paying pimping, then bitch, you getting ignored.